Aloha, thinkers. It's me, Quizmaster Jack, here with Buzzword. Week 18. It's week 18 already. We're just flying through this thing. We're going to be at the halfway point in no time. Pop culture questions first. Let's get at them.
This book's narrator says she weighs just 89 pounds to a comatose woman. In this book, the creator likely refers to Dan Schneider, the producer of a show in which its author played Sam Puckett.
Yeah.
A pink urn is on the cover of, for 10 points,
Pink
What
Urn.
2022 memoir with a shocking title by Jeanette McCurdy.
Okay. I'm glad my mom died. I thought for a while that it was actually going to be about the backstage stuff at Nickelodeon, which has also raised a lot of has been in the news of late. So I was struggling to remember the name of that book, which astute viewers will notice is not what they were asking for. But I was able to snap back and get to I'm Glad My Mom Died, which is Jeanette McCurdy's book, and it is a beloved by trivia writers, it seems. A lot of I'm Glad My Mom Died questions out there.
This film's antagonist shouts at scared children to sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat on a school bus. The sniper Scorpio appears in this 1971 film, whose sequels include The Deadpool and Magnum Force.
For
10 points, what film starred Clint Eastwood as a cop who asked...
Yeah. It's gotta be Dirty Harry, because Sudden Impact... Yeah. They would have... If they were asking for Sudden Impact, which I don't think they mentioned, they could have mentioned it in the question. I don't even remember. That was so long ago. Who can remember? They would have or they would have mentioned Harry Callahan at some point. But since they hadn't mentioned that, I figured they were going for Dirty Harry. The Deadpool. That's there's some... I think Jim Carrey is in the Deadpool. I think Jim Carrey plays a character who gets killed in the Deadpool. So pre-stardom Jim Carrey. Yeah, I don't think I've actually ever seen a Dirty Harry movie, but they're so ingrained in the pop culture, it's hard to not know about them.
This show's final seasons featured Valerie Bertinelli as Gloria, a trainee with computer-like abilities. A red Cadillac convertible was driven by Tess on this show, which centered on the caseworker Monica. For 10 points, what 90s show starred Della Reese and Roma Downey?
Oh, okay. Yeah, just so far the theme this week is pop culture that Jack has never interacted with. But yeah, touched by an Angel. Della Reese, very 90s show that I've never met anybody who's vocally said they're a Touched by an Angel fan. So I feel like it's like a 1990s Bluebloods where like everybody's grandma watched it and really liked it, but anybody 2 generations down and further just had no interest in it. If you're a grandma and you love Touched by an Angel, let me know in the comments.
For a time, this villain lived as a homeless person and was haunted by the supposed ghost of his rival Hammerhead. This villain, once known as the Master Planner, founded the Sinister Six and almost married May Park.
It's Doc Ock. Doc Ock almost married because there's the Spider-Man comic cover where it's Doc Ock in his normal villain outfit and Aunt May in a wedding dress. Spider-Man like clung to a wall somewhere going, oh no. That's my Spider-Man impersonation. I was wondering for a second, talk about villains, maybe it was video game. Nah, it was just comics.
This rapper, Donald Glover, and Jhené Aiko appear on a song from Creed titled Waiting for My Moment. This rapper plays a fictionalized version of himself in a Namesake 2024 Netflix show set in Long Beach. For 10 points, name this rapper whose albums include Summertime '06 and Big Fish Theory.
maybe that sounds like maybe, who knows? Yeah. Nope. I've heard of Vince Staples, but yeah, just no. The pop culture that Jack has not interacted with has come to bite me, or has come back to haunt me again. I played a theme.
This woman starred as a vlogger who exposes the crimes of a character played by Blake Lively in the 2018 film A Simple Favor. In another film, she plays a character who becomes DJ Khaled's producer after graduating from Barden. For 10 points.
Anna Kendrick. Because that was... I'm going to say Anna Kendrick. Okay. I don't know which characters in Pitch Perfect did end up becoming DJ Khaled's producer. Oh, but like Anna Kendrick's character was the only one who like actually cared about making, like she was the one that did all the producing. Rebel Wilson was just there to sing. They weren't going to ask about was it Anna Camp or Brittany, who's the redhead? Brittany something. Nah, I just have Brittany Murphy stuck in my head, but it's not Brittany Murphy. I'm pretty sure it's Brittany something. Or I'm way off. And editor Jack will have some fun. Anna Camp was in the final season of How I Met Your Mother. Yes, technically she was the last person Ted ever went on a date with before meeting them all. I don't know, I'm gonna cut this out. This is not good. This is not good television. So I'm gonna cut this out.
The protagonist of this show acquires a Siamese fighting fish named Qwerty from the drug dealer Shayla. B.D. Wong appeared on this show as White Rose, a leader of the Dark Army. Aspects of Elliot were played by Christian Slater and Rami Malek.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Again. So far, of all the things that they mentioned, I mean, I've interacted with a lot of Spider-Man stuff. Never seen an episode of Mr. Robot. I saw one Pitch Perfect movie. Just scraping and scrapping along. I've said that before in a video, but it's just true.
In China, these objects come in sets of 32, 22 of which are considered civil, including the Big Head 6. In the US, these objects can be used to play Matador and Muggins, and are most commonly sold in sets of 28. For 10 points, name these gaming pieces with 2 sets of...
Yeah, I should have went in earlier. Figured they'd have to be dominoes. Unfamiliar with Chinese dominoes, though.
When hit, a hero of an early game by this company, named Sir Arthur, loses his armor and fights in his boxer shorts.
Yeah. Capcom made Ghouls and Ghosts, and then Super Ghouls and Ghosts. You know Capcom made it because Arthur is a character in Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, they said Arthur. I could have gotten more points off of that. Also, never played a Ghosts and Goblins game. Or Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins. I forget which one is the actual name, which I'm glad they didn't ask for.
Keith Haring designed the cover of this man's 1986 hit, Someone Like You.
Keith Haring.
His first big hit,
Someone
from his
Like
album
You.
Step 2, was Dance, Disco Heat. On a 1978 hit, this man sang the line, I Know My Love, It's About That Time, in falsetto. For 10 points, what mononymous artist sang You Make Me Feel Mighty Real?
Oh. Feel? Yeah. Don't know for sure. Sylvester. All right, well. I can't hide my music weakness. It would have been an okay score, but just not the music that I listen to. But that's how it goes. I've bought into it at this point. I've played this game for so long and still don't take the time to learn about recent music or other music that I don't like. So it's really on me. Let's head over to sports. You got to stretch before you perform. Maybe that was my problem. Maybe if I stretched, I would have gotten that Vince Staples question right.
A franchise then based in this city was the first NHL team of Ilya Kovalchuk. While playing for a team in this city, Dan Snyder was killed in a 2003 car crash caused by teammate Danny Heatley. The Flames moved to Calgary from, for 10 points, what city that, until 2011, was home to the Thrash.
Okay. They said Danny Heatley, and I was like, he played in Atlanta for a long time. And then I was just like, oh, they're probably asking about the Thrashers. And then they said a whole bunch of stuff about the Thrashers. And then I didn't buzz until they said the Thrashers.
This coach's grandfather, John, coached the Giants during the Miracle at the Meadowlands. This man was Jay Gruden's first offensive coordinator in Washington. The youngest Super Bowl winning coach is, for 10 points, what man who was the head coach of Matthew Stafford's title-winning Rams.
Oh no, what's his name? I completely forgot about this dude because they won the Super Bowl and stopped existing. Sean McVay. Oh, because they went all in the hardest they could to win that Super Bowl and then haven't really been a team since. Well, I mean, I think they've made it to the playoffs, but yeah, I just completely forgot about Sean McVay.
In 2020, this man dislocated his shoulder celebrating a postseason home run with Enrique Hernandez. This former Rookie of the Year hit 165 in 2021, 2 years after hitting 47 homers and winning an MVP race over Christian Yelich. For 10 points, what outfielder won NL MVP in 2019 with the Dodgers?
Is that Bellinger? Did he win MVP? No, I don't think he did. It was Bellinger. Oh, all right. I named somebody who played outfield for the Dodgers.
This team's ball-hawking guard, T.R. Dunn, supplemented its high-powered motion offense under coach Doug Moe. The Pistons beat this team 186 to 184 in the highest-scoring game in NBA history. In the 1980s, Dan Issel and Alex English starred on, for 10 points, what team that played near Mile High Stadium?
That's the Nuggets. Team questions that always just end in geography giveaways. Oh, my score would be so much worse if I didn't do that.
At this event, Chick Anderson said, "We'll test these two to the wire, 5 years after comparing a competitor to a tremendous machine. A blanket of white carnations is given to the winner of this 1.5-mile event.
1.5 mile
what
is...
event in New York is the final...
The Belmont, then. Two big clues for Belmont there. In New York and final. It's the final race of the Triple Crown. No Triple Crown winner this year. Mystic Dan did not win the Preakness.
In a playoff game, Hugh Hollins called this man for a last-second foul against Hubert Davis. In that series against the Knicks, he refused to set up a play for Tony Kukoc, angering coach Phil Jackson. For 10 points, what
Pippen
small
or
forward
Rodman?
became the Bulls' top scorer during Michael Jordan?
Yeah, it is Pippen. Pippen? I got both of the basketball questions. Can't get any music questions right, but I got basketball.
Kevin Mitchell's only year with this team included a triple blurp in which its entire outfield vomited. Bill Plummer's only season as an MLB manager was with this team in 1992 before it hired Lou Piniella. For 10 points, what AL West teams...
It's the Mariners. Lou Piniella coached the Mariners for a long time. Oh, yeah, because there's the John Boyce. Strike that off on your bingo card. Me talk about John Boyce, because he did the whole documentary series about the Mariners, and there was one outfielder who played for them for a while, and that might have been one of the ones that they mentioned. He could make himself vomit whenever he wanted. So he would make himself vomit in order to like gross out other people, and he would do it in game. So he got everybody in the outfield to throw up. Oh, what a team. What a team, the Mariners.
This surname identifies a challenge that Masahiko Kimura won in 1951 that grew out of so-called volley to-do matches.
Volley
In
to-do.
1993, an athlete with this surname beat Ken Shamrock to win the first UFC tournament. Ilio and Royce are members of, for 10 points, what family of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu
Brazilian
fighters?
Jiu-Jitsu fighters. Oh, what is their name? It's not like Pedroia. Maybe it's like Oliveira. Oh, it's so close though. Yeah, no, it wasn't close. It was the Gracies. Another John Boy's documentary subject. Fighting in a time of loneliness. Yeah, the Gracies. I should have watched that. I need to rewatch that just to remember anything about MMA.
This athlete retired after scoring 184 international goals. In a quarterfinal match against Brazil, this athlete scored an equalizing goal in the 120th minute with a trademark header. For 10 points, what forward who retired in 2015 passed Mia Hamm as the highest career goal scorer for the USWNT?
Is that Abby Wambach? I think it's Wambach. Yeah. They were using non-specific pronouns there, so it was probably a woman for the whole time. And I was like, oh, was it Abby Wambach? But then they said the year. I was like, no, Abby Wambach kept playing after 2015, and no, she did not.
This athlete proclaimed, "I'm no dumb cookie" in a hit song. Caesar's.
I think that's the Fridge. Yeah. Super Bowl Shuffle. Yes. Finally, 20 points. Oh, music I know. The Super Bowl Shuffle. Yes. Redemption. There were 3 music questions this week, and I got one of them. I love you, Fridge. All right, so more than 20% of my points came on that in this round for this week of Sports Buzzword came off that 1-1. And maybe a best buzz? Probably not. Probably not. Who knows? It's going on the highlight reel. Ooh. What a great way to end this week 18. If you want to see more of these shenanigans, check out a bunch of other videos on the channel. And like this one. Subscribe to the channel. And if you like Buzzword and you want to have great moments like this where you get a football player based on music, you can head on over to naqt.com/buzzword. And they will help you out there. I ain't here to cause no trouble. I was just here to answer questions about the Super Bowl Shuffle. Thank you very much. We'll see you.